us a little comment in the chat. What if I did my entire video just like this? Like, hey, how's it doing? How you doing? This is my new filter. Okay, I'm actually giving us just a few seconds to make sure. With Twitch, sometimes we have a little bit of a delay at the start of our video. So now we're going to start on time. Yay! Hi! All right, so here I am with no makeup on. My hair is all, oh shoot, I just dropped a thumbtack on the floor, which I actually stepped on recently. Hold on. That is how you step on thumbtacks. After you step on them, you set them back on your table and then knock them off again. All right, so we're going to talk about balance. And today I thought it would be really awesome to do sort of an Ask Me Anything session where I do have like 3 strategies that I want to go over with you about balance. And I thought it would be cool if we just kind of open this up for you to be able to jump in as well. So I am going to, speaking of balance, I'm going to actually do my makeup here with you live on this video, which is something that I do in videos kind of often, actually. Kind of take you a little bit behind the scenes and share some strategies that I've used to be able to maintain all of the crazy awesomeness that I've built in my business. And while having little kids and traveling a lot for speaking, and I run a Broadway themed open mic night. Like there's lots of things that I am in charge of and that I am running and doing. It's a pretty robust schedule that I have, which I love, but it also can get a little kooky sometimes. So I thought it would be awesome to just pull the curtain back today and talk about how to maintain this and where to draw boundaries and where to allow yourself some forgiveness. I think there's a lot out there that makes us feel like we have to be perfect when we come on camera, with whether it's in your makeup and your hair and your clothes and your set and what you're saying and the way that you say it. And for me, really embracing the fact that I am a human being has been so monumental, so huge, and being able to celebrate that. Lula Gals, good to see you. Hello. And I also want to say it's been so great to have BeLive here as something that can help me to, when I do my videos, when I'm like this with no makeup on, whatever, a little messier hair, I know that I have this thing that I can count on in BeLive to allow me to have a little more professional look, to be able to have these agendas that are saved. So like I can bring these up. Hello. So I can, have these things set so that I don't have to freak out right before I go live trying to prepare things, because so much of it is already prepared ahead of time. So like if you go like this, watch me, so I have these things set up in here. Do you see the little scrolling thing on the bottom of the screen where it says to comment with the exclamation point and then the word BeLive? You'll get a free trial of BeLive. Oh my gosh, Mandy Joe, so good to see you. She says, I'm doing my first BeLive in about 20 minutes. So awesome. So Mandy, did you pre-schedule it? Let me know if you pre-scheduled it, because that's one of the things that I love. I think you're doing your BeLive on Facebook. On Facebook, you can pre-schedule your videos, which is so cool because it allows you to share that link ahead of time. With Twitch, it's been awesome because I just send people straight to the Twitch page. Yay, here we are. All right, Bridget, yay. Awesome. You did it on your personal page. Cool. So fun. Okay. So this literally, I just want this to be an Ask Me Anything. Like I do have, I'm going to say 3 strategies that I would love to share with you about how I maintain balance, right? I mean, that's a question first. It's like, is balance even possible? Is that even something that can actually happen? And in honor of International Women's Day, I thought this was such a cool thing to talk about, because have you seen the this pose, the Balance for Better pose, and what's happening with that? I had never heard of it, and I got asked to take a Balance for Better photo yesterday, and everything was so crazy. The photo that I sent was kind of kooky, but our amazing writer for BeLive, Kathy, put together an awesome article featuring several of the women who are involved here at BeLive and sharing tips about balance. And I was like, man, what a really great idea for us to talk about today too. So, I'm reaching down. Hold on. Okay, so I'm actually, while we do this, this is one of my tips, is that so one of the things is that with videos, I know that there is this desire to need to, look professional, look beautiful, look perfect, look young, whatever it is that your brain tells you that you need to be having in your videos. And yesterday I heard somebody at an event. I didn't actually get to meet her, which I'm kind of bummed about. But I heard this woman talk about how she's a video expert and how she had a lot of experience in TV. I don't know if she was like a newscaster or something, but a host maybe. That's kind of the vibe that I got from her. But the first thing that she said was, I can help you to look great on camera. And I was like, that's awesome. Because I think that's important. Like, I don't think it's important to look great on camera. I think it's important for us to feel confident on camera. And especially when we're live streaming, we're looking back at ourselves. So that, I think, is the most important thing about looking good on camera, is that you want to feel great on camera, right? Yes. Natural. Lisa, totally. I still get nervous a little bit before I go live too. But so for me, the whole idea of like looking good on camera and feeling like you need to have, I mean, I'm sure there's some people who spend like an hour getting ready just with what they're doing with their makeup or their hair or whatever. And this is not something that's just women. I know many men who are worried about this as well. But for me, the fact that I've been able to do videos like this, where I have zero makeup on, my hair is like straight out of the shower, not even blow dried, and allow you to come with me behind the scenes in the process of what it takes for me to get ready for my videos, that has been huge in my own confidence too, because now I know if something's a little off in the way that I look on camera, it's not really going to matter. Because I've shown that I can connect with you as a human being. Now, this doesn't work for every brand, right? There's some brands that are very polished and da-da. But if you're someone who is willing to show that you're a human, who's not always, all peacocked out, even though I do like the peacock color in my hair, right? Can you see it? I just got my hair colored and it's a little dark. Oh my gosh, so good, Lisa. And this is another thing that I think is true. So often we spend so much time preparing to getting prepared that you end up not going live at all. 1000%, right? And so that's why I'm going to turn my head way to the side to be able to get this, because there's a outlet over there. That's why, can I do this? Oh, hooray. I think it's so important to have a system in place. So this is the other thing. Tip number one would be, and like I said, I really want this to be kind of a ask me anything question type thing. So tip number one would be, do you allow your community, whether you're going live or not, do you allow them to see that you're a real human, or are you trying to maintain this sense of perfection? Because if you're trying to maintain this sense of perfection, it's going to be harder to actually be perfect because eventually you're going to crack, right? So even with start times of videos, and this is not trusting in the fact that you are consistent and you're showing up and you're providing value, so that if you happen to start your videos a tiny bit late, it's okay, right? I know some people are really hardcore about being exactly on time, and I get that. But for me, I trust that and especially if you're doing a really important, a webinar or something like that. But if it's your weekly video and you're 1 or 2 minutes late, better for you to show up and be fully grounded and here we go, we're starting, than it is for you to stress out to get there exactly on time and start your video like a stress case, right? Yes, Lula Gals. Oh my gosh, I had not thought about really what a thing this is. I end up missing my window of opportunity by doing everything else except going live. Totally. 1000%. Lisa says I shouldn't worry so much about it because I'm natural, Lisa. Natural is in my name. Yeah, man, we do so much to trick ourselves, and it's really just the fear putting us into inaction. Seriously. Okay, so having, allowing them your community to see a little bit behind the scenes. Now, be careful that you don't end up we've had clients who have struggled with consistency. And so then they'll send out a message saying they're going live at 2 p.m. and then it's 2:15 and they're still not live. That is not okay, right? You do have to actually stay committed to what you're, if you're going to be consistent at a certain time, be consistent, right? I'm consistently 2 minutes late for my videos. So that's my consistency. Yes, Mandy says, I don't wear any makeup ever. My hair is all natural. I don't worry about it on or off camera. Mandy, your hair is amazing too, by the way. Yeah. And so this is a whole nother thing too, right? There's like different levels of what matters to people. But for some people, it's like, it's a real thing. And so, yeah, your hair is awesome. Bridget says analysis paralysis is real. Seriously, like majorly. So, okay. So having a system is the next tip that I'm going to give you. So giving yourself, so first of all, like releasing the need to be perfect, right? Knowing that, and Mandy, if the need to be perfect doesn't show up for you well, actually, so you're perfect exactly as you are without makeup and with your beautiful hair, right? So that's the first thing. It's just releasing the need to be like somebody else, right? It's accepting that you are exactly wonderfully beautiful and perfect and ready to go just as you are. This shows up for some people in the way that they speak or having their words perfected or wanting like a teleprompter or something like that. It shows up in so many different ways for all of us. So releasing that need, many of you know about the quesadilla of awesome, celebrating the quesadilla of awesome, and allowing yourself to really show up in service for the people that you're there to connect with, right? Okay. My next little tip is about a system. Okay, so there, I kind of curled my hair. Okay, my next little tip is about having a system and we have so many systems that have allowed me to feel much more like free. Right. So there's a Khalil Gibran quote that is rest in reason and move in passion. It's kind of like you need to have the rudders and the sails. Right. And even though it's not exactly what we're talking about, but that rest in reason and move in passion idea it's like one of my favorite quotes. And one of the reasons that I love it is that there's something major about having a structure so that we can be totally creative and kooky, right? And I may be someone who is more inclined to be totally creative and kooky. And without that structure, the creative kookiness can get me way off track. So when or add more stress because there's not anything stabilizing. So when I've added structure and systems to what we're doing, it's allowed for so much more freedom, which can, to some people can seem counterintuitive because you think like, if I'm going to put things into a box, I'm going to systematize this, then, I'm going to be halted and it's like trapping me, but that's not the case. I really think that having those systems in place allows us to then flourish on the other side. Okay. So I want to show you a couple of little tricks that we can do. So many of you may have gotten the bot from our BeLive bot. So I sent out a broadcast from BeLive TV. I did not send out a broadcast from my personal page. I sent out, so on Facebook, you can send out messages via Messenger bot. And I did this. Where are we? On BeLive, but I did not yet do it on my personal page. And I wanted to show you something really cool. This is a hack that I've learned. And we can talk more about structure, Lisa, too, because I think that will help. But this is a hack that I've learned. I will say, so I am an admin in the ManyChat group, a moderator in the ManyChat group. ManyChat is a tool that we use to build messenger bots. And I will say that this awesome member of the ManyChat team, and Andre, I think is his name. Andre, I don't know. I've talked to him a bunch, but I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name. But he told me about this trick, and I didn't really believe him. I was like, he's crazy. What is he talking about? That doesn't work. And then when I was at Traffic and Conversion, Mike from ManyChat, he told me about this trick again, and I was like, Andre told me about that before, but I'm not sure. I didn't really believe him. So I'm going to show you something really cool that you can do with ManyChat. I'm going to show you right now. So I thought, why not take you behind the scenes again? So and this is something that since I just learned it, it's saving me loads of time. So this is kind of weird also. When you first send this, and then you stay within ManyChat, when you don't refresh the screen, the numbers don't change. So I'm going to actually refresh this screen, even though I just pulled up a new screen. You have to refresh the whole entire browser in order to actually see the proper numbers. So can you see my screen? Okay, so this was sent so far to 1,600 people, 16% of people have opened it. And I love to show you the real open rates because when we do this, I just sent it out, right? So it's not, the open rates are not going to be as high as we may expect because I just sent it and not everyone is checking their phone every 5 seconds. Okay, so I'm actually going to copy this broadcast. And now I'm able to edit it. When I'm in this editing state of this broadcast, watch what I can do. I can actually watch. I'm going to, oh, shoot. Am I editing? Dang it. Okay. I can actually select. So I have my shift key held down, and I'm selecting all of these steps like this. See how they're all green now? And then I can actually copy them and put them into something else. So let me show you why I want to do this. I'm going to hit Command Copy, right? And now I'm going to go into the bot, and then I'm going to go into a flow. I'm going to create a new flow, and this is going to be balance Twitch invite. Watch. I'm going to copy this whole entire thing that I just created, this broadcast that I just created in ManyChat. And using a bot like this is such an awesome way to be able to connect with your community and let them know when stuff is happening, right? So now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Now watch. I'm going to hit Command V. Did it work? It should work. Maybe it didn't work. I'm supposed to be able to paste. Shoot. Why didn't it work? Let's try it again. See, this is why the first time I did it, I didn't think that it works. But what you're able to do is actually copy what was happening in that broadcast and then paste it. So let me try it one more time. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong thing. Shoot. Oh, here. No, sorry. Let's go back to broadcasts. This really did work last time. So let me try it again. I'm here, inside here. Make that go away. Okay, we're going to select this again. I can't see your comments if you're asking questions. Okay, so I'm going to shift. I'm selecting all of these. Selecting Command C to copy. Let's try this also. Copy. Let's see. Okay, then I'm going back to the bot. Ready? Watch. I'm here. Let's just try doing that. That doesn't work. Okay, Command V. Paste. Let's try pasting it this way. It's worked when I've done it between the flows. I swear it worked before. That makes me so annoyed. Tap some steps to edit. Paste. I'm saying paste. Okay, so it's not going to work. That's a bummer. I was so stoked. Okay, I'm going to show you another hack. It's worked in the past. That's what a pooper scooper. Okay, so let me show you another way to actually do this. I just wanted to show you how to do it, like how to duplicate. This is so strange. It's worked when I did it before. Okay, let's go back to broadcast. So now I'm just going to do something different. I'm going to pull this up. Maybe it only works between flows, but I swear I used it and I copied it. I copied a crazy, like really in-depth broadcast into a flow this way. Who knows? Okay. So let me show you what I'm going to do instead, and I'll show you another hack. So I'm going to pull up my ManyChat dashboard now, because if you have more than one page, which I know at first I used to think like I was the only one who really is using more than one page like this, but I think there's a lot of people who are actually doing this. So I'm going to send out a new broadcast. Oh, shoot. I clicked the wrong button. Broadcast. Sorry. Now I'm going to broadcast from flow, which is what I was going to do before, was create a flow and then broadcast from it. But I actually have, I think I have a live video invite. Let's see. I might. Let's look at my imports. Nope. Let's see. Live video invite. Hooray! So I can take this live video invite and I can select this flow. And now I have a broadcast that was in a template that I just was able to copy over, which is pretty cool. So at this point, it's like the whole live video broadcast is already done. Let me just show you what I mean. So, right. So now I just have to edit this part. I can say Molly is live, sharing tips and strategies for, strategies for balancing. Did I spell that right? Business with life. Okay. You should, and then I'm just going to say, want to join us? Okay. And then what's cool here, when you click yes, they get this message, and I'm just going to put the Twitch BeLive where we are right now. I'm just going to put that right in here. So twitch.tv/official. Okay. And then this is from another one, right? So, BeLive official. Okay, so now when I send this broadcast out, it's going to go to everyone in our community. And then if they click no live reminders, then they're going to get tagged. So this is like my little bot training for you. They're going to get tagged with the action, no live reminders. And then the next message that comes says, okay, you'll no longer receive live reminders. If you want to stop chatting here altogether, just click stop. And so we keep this very conversational, but we're always giving them a chance to opt out. Now, that was way easier to have this all already here than if I had to build it from the beginning. So by using, this is one of the systems that we use, by having these templates that you can then copy to another page, or take a template that's in a flow that you can then send, make it into a broadcast. It totally speeds up the process that would have taken me, what's over here? Let's make sure. Okay, bye. This would have taken me a lot longer, right? So then I hit go next, just to finish out this little tutorial. And then here I'm going to tag isn't no live reminders. So we have a bunch of people who have selected to be, to not receive live reminders anymore. And so we want to make sure that we segment them out. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to send this. Ta-da. Okay. Maybe. Did it send? Let's see. Bye, Mandy. Have fun. Okay. So it looks like it sent. Did it send? Hooray. Cool. So do you see, so using systems like this, so this is some of the tools that I love for doing this are ManyChat, because there's so many ways that you can automate the way that you're communicating with people, but it's still bringing you back to a real human on the other side, which is why I love combining ManyChat, email, those types of things with live video, because you're able to show up and have a real conversation. I'm talking to Mandy, who's a member of our Camera Confidence course, which is so awesome, right? Lisa too, a lot of you guys. And so I'm able to be here and answer your actual questions. Bridget, so awesome to be able to talk to you too. All of you. So, but adding those the structure and the systems around it really helps me to be able to be more human, to have those one-on-one connections. If I was trying to keep all of it a one-on-one connection, like if I was trying to send an individual invitation to all 4,500 people who are on our messenger community, then that would be cuckoo, right? Okay, so I'm going to finish my makeup. Hooray. Look, I also brought with me today, I brought like all these little props. Okay, so we've talked about, allowing yourself to incorporate into your brand the fact that you're human, right? So releasing the need to be this like perfected plastic Barbie doll. And if you want to be a perfected plastic Barbie doll in some of your videos, awesome. But even if you are that type of if that like style is good for you, that's like the persona that you want to be putting out into the world and on your videos, totally awesome. But letting people see a little bit behind the scenes and the messy side of you can be huge in allowing yourself to have some balance. Like this morning, some of you may have seen, look at how cool these earrings are. I got them yesterday. They're Premier Designs. They're kind of heavy. Whoa. Okay. So some of you may have maybe in our Mall Stars program, and in our Mall Stars program, you may have seen that we were supposed to have this training on Instagram today. I've been like seriously talking it up. It's been, I'm really looking forward to it. And I got a message this morning that was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't tell you last night when I found out, but our Instagram expert is also my sister, BT Dubs. So she messaged me this morning that she went to a doctor's appointment with one of her kiddos yesterday, and they said that she has to go to a specialist today for something. It's all going to be totally fine. But it was like, she had to go to this doctor's appointment this morning. And so I knew, because of the fact that I've allowed you to see the human side of Molly Mahoney, that when I go and I post in the group and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, we have to reschedule this, there's not going to be a huge backlash, uproar, uplash. That's a weird word. There's not going to be a huge uproar because I've allowed you to see the human side of myself, right? Totally. Hello, it's so good to see you guys who are just joining us right now. It's so good to see you, the specific one human who's there who's joining us right now. Did you get the message from Mollybot? Did she message you and tell you we're here? So I want this to be a little bit of an Ask Me Anything also. So if you guys have questions about balance and how to balance business, building a business with having a life. I remember when I first started really focusing on building my business and I was working with my first business coach, I told her, which I think is so funny now when I look back on it, I was like, there's no one else who's doing this, like especially building a business online, who has little kids. Like, I'm the only person. Or there's no one else who's done it successfully who has little kids. Now I see there's a lot of people who are doing this successfully with little kids, but I know for those of you that have little kiddos at home, or even if you have a dog at home. Yesterday, I was at an event and we were staying afterwards to hang out, have a glass of wine together after the event. And my friend Wendy was like, oh my gosh, I have the best husband in the world. And I said, oh, what happened? And she's like, well, this is my shift. 4:00 is my shift. And I was thinking, like, with kids, and she was like, it's my turn to walk the dog. And, our dog needs to be walked several times a day. And this is my shift. And he's going to take over and walk the dog for me, which all of those types of things, like, we all have things like that in our life that we need to prioritize and save space for. And so for me, the thing that was the biggest challenge for me when I was really first starting to build this business, having kids at home and an awesome husband, but like he works also, and our kids are super little. Right now they're 4 and 7. But at first, when I first started this, I realized recently that I launched my Broadway themed open mic night. I host a Broadway themed open mic night once a month. I launched that, I think, in June, and Charlie was born in March. Was I crazy? Like, WT was I thinking? WTH, right? Okay. It's so good to see you. Let me know that you're here. Comment below. So what we're doing is I'm showing you behind the scenes. I'm getting ready while I'm teaching this so that you can know that you can incorporate your life into your business, and it doesn't need to be perfect. Look, I'm going to do my eyeshadow while I'm talking to you. Anne says, I used to hush my kids and tell my husband to stay upstairs during my lives, but my customers have kids and my husband and husbands and a crazy life. So it's easier just to show them what's real. Yes, Anne. So good to see you, Anne. Totally. Right. I actually remember hearing about somebody who, when they were on, okay. For some reason, I thought I had just put like dark eyeshadow on my lower lid there, which I did not mean to do. Hey, Mimi, there's your flamingos. Dude, I am all over the flamingos right now. I went to a store recently and they had so much flamingo stuff and I'm so stoked about it. So I got we've already had flamingos in our backyard, but I'm like really turning into a crazy old lady and I love every minute of it. So I heard of someone who actually would have his kids like purposely be really loud during sales calls at like one specific point. This is like crazy. At one specific point, so that he could like prove that he was real and that he was like human and be able to connect with his clients. Oh my gosh. Anne says, I get to go on a cruise and be close up and personal with real flamingos in just a few weeks. Yeah. Are you going on the LuLaRoe cruise? Oh my gosh. So good. I love cruise ships. So let's actually talk about cruises and how that is a really good strategy for bringing balance into your life. I was sharing with somebody recently that I love booking cruises as a vacation option for a very specific, weird reason. So first of all, my husband and I worked on cruises I did one contract for 6 months. I think he did 2 contracts, both separately. Dinner time. Bye, Bridget. Thank you for joining us. I love that we're all over the world. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anne says she's never been on a cruise before. She can't wait to spend time with her husband. So good. Yeah. So the reason that I really love cruising is that first of all, it's like everything's taken care of for you, right? Like you don't have to worry about where you're going, whatever. Oh my gosh. my charger is plugged into the wrong outlet. Hold on one second. I noticed this right when I started going live, but I was like, I have 80% on my battery. It's almost gone. Hold on just one sec. Don't unplug the wrong thing, Molly. What is this? Oh, my curling iron is the culprit. Okay. We're back now. I thought I was going to accidentally unplug the light. Okay. So yeah, everything's like taken care of for you, which is awesome. There is like the downfall that you're stuck on a boat with the same people, but that only really was a problem when I was working on cruise ships, because that was a problem. But especially, I will just get totally real with you here. If you date people while you're working on a cruise ship, because then you're on the ship stuck with them in the same, basically like in the same apartment building without any chance to leave, which is not fun. Okay. So the reason though that I love booking cruises now, and like they always have kids clubs, so the kids are taken care of. It's awesome. But now is because I have a hard time, and this is about balance and business, right? I have a hard time not working. So like this morning, one of our clients had, oh gosh, I just realized I did not check something else of hers. Let's check it right now. It might be too late. One of our clients this morning had set up her video, instead of scheduling it for 9 a.m., she set it up for 9 p.m. And so she had to delete the video. Oh my gosh. Let me go look. Dang it. Shoot. Shoot. So she had, I can show you how to do this. Dang. So she had set up her video for the wrong time. And she messaged us at like 6 o'clock this morning. I have my video at 9. We don't start working until 9 o'clock, like as a rule. All of our clients know that. But shoot. But I got on and fixed it. I checked on it right before, and she said she had fixed it, but this part she hadn't fixed. Dang it. Let me show you right now. So we're in here. This video, this growth tool is connected to a video that had to be deleted. So I'm going to change the post, to this one. Jen, I love you. Okay. Hold on. So, okay, now we have to confirm this. So I just changed the post, and I'm going to make it active. So now it'll work now. So there is a way to go back and connect with all of these people who did not get the message now because it was connected to the wrong video. But here's the problem. Like, this was something, and this is where I struggle so much, is that now it's fixed. Hooray. So we have amazing clients we love, and like little things like that can happen so easily. Like she accidentally scheduled it for 9 p.m. instead of 9 a.m. And then you can't change that. So luckily we stopped the broadcast, so it didn't go out. But we had to change that growth tool that I just did right there. But if I was on but the thing is, like at 6 a.m., I'm not supposed to be working. However, I check my phone, I see there's a message, and then I go into like oh my gosh, at 6 a.m, I'm supposed to be, being a human being who is waking up. Right. And like, I need to get my kids ready. There's all these other things that I have to do. And then I go into like, oh my gosh, I need to fix it. So I didn't this morning, obviously, as you can see, but at 8:45, which still was before I'm technically actually supposed to be working, I messaged her and I was like, hey, I'm looking at it. And she said, I think I fixed it on my own. But when stuff like that happens with clients, I usually jump in and try and fix it, even when I'm not supposed to be working, because I care about our clients and I care about the results that they're getting. So the reason I love cruising, this is like major secret, because I know not everyone comes to this far in the Twitch show. But what happened is when I go on cruises, I tell people there's no, like, the Wi-Fi is really bad. So it actually pulls me out of the ability to be able to work, so I actually can take a vacation. Because usually if I take a vacation, I still end up working even though I'm not supposed to. But when you're on a cruise, the Wi-Fi is so bad that you actually cannot work. It's pretty dang awesome. Okay, so Tammy Fink says, yes, Tammy says, it's like your parents own the restaurant and they let you live upstairs for free. Totally. Then she said, it's the only way that I can unplug. Yeah. So Tammy, that's really what it is like, and so this is another, like, as we're talking about these different strategies for balance, this is another tip, is like, figure out what you have to put in place to allow yourself to have that balance, right? To allow yourself to have set those boundaries. And, some people may say, like, just set the boundaries and stick to them. But if you're like me, that's not always easy, right? So we need sometimes to have extra structure in place around it to force ourselves to stick to those boundaries, right? Oh my gosh, Tammy says, it takes me 3 days to quit saying, oh, we can Google that. Now, here's the secret about cruise ships is that you actually can pay for Wi-Fi, and you actually can, like, the Wi-Fi is not all that bad. Live streaming is difficult, but I've even live streamed while I was on a cruise twice now. I was able to join from my balcony for a show. They were both group shows, not my own shows, because I wasn't sure if the Wi-Fi would be stable, but I was able to join. And then also, oh my gosh, it was so crazy. We had a special end of year show. I know, Tammy, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't buy the Wi-Fi. We had a special end of year show that I really wanted to be a part of, but I could not find Wi-Fi in Catalina. So we were on a cruise that went to Catalina Island, and I literally walked all over Avalon to find Wi-Fi. It was like actually impossible. So if you really want to take a break, go to Catalina. Okay. Oh, yeah. So Anne says, I feel like I should share the cruise with my customers if I can, because they are why I'm able to do this. Totally, Anne. So a cruise like that, especially an incentive cruise like that, can be a really great way. And you know what you should do? Should is a strong word, but you know what you could do? Do a giveaway while you're on the cruise. I did this. I've done this a few times. I actually have a blog post on how to do it, but I had one, and this is an awesome thing about balance and life and business as well too. So I had a trip that I was taking where I was going to 4 different locations in like a week. It was seriously crazy. But I said, I'm going to be posting 4 times while I'm in these different locations. Each time I get to a new place, I'm going to post from there, and we're going to do a 4-part giveaway. So you have to go and follow all these posts and comment on all of the posts. And it crazy increases your engagement on your business page. So I definitely think you should share the behind the scenes of the awesomeness as well while you're there. Totally. And you will be able to have some Wi-Fi. It's just not as stable. So I use it as my like limiter for stuff like that. Okay, hold on. Ready? Let's see. Oh yeah. Are you going to buy something and give that away at each port? So Anne says she plans to buy something at each port and then do a giveaway for interacting. Yes. So have you told them that ahead of time, Anne? Tell them now and make sure that they come with you. Totally good. Okay. I got lipstick all in my teeth. Oh my gosh. Shoot. This is actually scary. That's a lip stain, and I have fake teeth because I've had dentures since I was 12. That is not coming off. I'm like actually nervous about that. Maybe I need to use like lip stain remover on my teeth. I don't know. Okay. You guys may have just witnessed the moment where my teeth turn pink for the rest of my life. I love it. Ooh, yes. Cheryl says, do you know about the finger pull technique to remove lipstick that will get on your teeth? Yeah, like this. Yeah, but I hadn't even finished putting the lipstick on. I was still putting it on then. I think that's a problem with talking at the same time while you're putting lipstick on. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so I remember when I first started this, I had so many questions about how to say no, about how to about how to structure your calendar, so many things about how to actually find balance in business. So do you guys have specific questions about that? Do you have specific questions about that? I am glad that I caught this dang video that was not connected. Blah. Okay. If you have specific questions, I would love to answer them. If not, we can wrap up today too. I hope this was valuable for you as we jump into ways that you can find balance. One of the final tips that I'll leave you with, which is the tip that unless you have other questions, but which is the tip that I had shared in this blog post that was put out by BeLive today, is and we've talked about this before, but just in case you forgot, right? Or you hadn't heard this tip before, but it's make sure that you get the big rocks in first. And so what does that mean? I think this is a Stephen Covey principle. And so it's, ooh, I love this. Tammy. Great question. So, with the big rocks, you want to make sure that you are identifying what's really important. Like for you, what is the thing that takes precedence? And if you're saying everything takes priority, everything is the top priority, then you have no priorities, right? So for me, my family is most important. Like yesterday, I went to an event and they were selling not discounted. They were selling like a special rate on this conference that I've been to several times and that I love. And I was like, oh my gosh, so excited. So I had the form to fill out to get this lower rate and to get all these bonuses for signing up for this conference. I go to my calendar and I realize a couple weeks ago, my husband booked a gig playing bass, because he's a bass player, playing bass in a production of Beauty and the Beast. And he's wanted to book more gigs doing shows rather than playing like blues gigs, which he does a lot. And when he got offered this job, he sent it to me in an email, and he was like, look at this email and promise me if you are home, I will take this. If you are traveling or something like that, I'm going to turn it down because I don't want to worry about you being gone and me doing the show at the same time. And so I said, 100 million %, like I have nothing else booked right now. I will be there to take care of the boys while you do this show. Awesome. Committed. I got this thing for the conference that I wanted to go to yesterday. And as soon as I saw that there was a conflict in the dates, I was like, oh, well, I can't go. In the past, I may have tried to figure out a way to have a babysitter come to the house or something else, like do all these different things to try and make it work so that we could do both, but it does nothing but cause extra stress. So for me, it was like, I feel and this is why I have my little bracelet on and like my symbols that say FOMO, or not FOMO, that say JOMO. I used to have such bad FOMO, fear of missing out, but now I'm really working to embrace the JOMO, right? Okay, so I love this. I'm going to read these questions now. Tammy says, my client base is national, so I work when they work. Any ideas on how to do that easier? Yeah, so Tammy, I would say our client base is international, and that gets even kookier, right? Especially with BeLive, like the team for BeLive is all over the world. So every Monday I have a meeting at 5:30 in the morning because we have team members all over. And I had to decide, like, do I love working with BeLive so much that I'm willing to show up for this meeting at 5:30 in the morning? And I am not a morning person, but I do. And so I make that little, jump there. And it's actually, for me, they've said like we could do it late at night instead, but early in the morning is before my kids get up. And so it allows me to have more time with my family by doing it that way. So I would say, Tammy, for you, I would set working hours. Like, and if you have, so we have very specific set working hours. And then I love Kim Garst and I did a video together about balance for BeLive on their Facebook page a while ago. And one of the things that she said is you have to set the rules in a way that if you're going to break them, you have to actually jump over a fence to be able to break them. So for you, if you have, Tammy, you have these hours that you set for yourself and something happens out of hours, you have to either have like an out, which I don't do this, so maybe I should, but you have to have like, a rush fee or an out of hours fee for emergencies that come up, or you have to know that you're going to make an exception, but only a certain amount of time. And for me, it's like, you have to put I don't even know where my phone is right now. What? You have to turn your phone off. And also another thing, Tammy, for us, that's really big is having very specific modes of communication. So if you're always communicating with your clients via email, it only happens via email. You don't check your email when you're off, right? If it only happens via Slack, you have the conversation, the communication happens via Slack. You put the snooze button on Slack. Yeah. That's the hardest thing for me because we communicate via Messenger with all of our clients because things like what I shared happened this morning can happen. And I want to make sure that I'm there in case an emergency happens. But I have to make sure that I just put my phone away sometimes, like turn my phone off because you're a human and you need time off. Right? Okay. Lula Gal says, working from home, I find it hard to stick to a schedule when I make one. Like I'll clean the whole house instead of going live because it makes me super nervous. Yeah. So this is the trick. Yeah. And Tammy says, OMG, I'm exactly the opposite. I have to do client work, so I don't have time to clean the house. Yeah. I'm more like Tammy. So the thing is, like, if your real goal is to build your business, guarantee if you are not going live, if you are not showing up, maybe you're not going live if you're using blog posts or something, but with LuLaRoe, if you're not going live, if you're not showing up and being a real human, it's not going to happen. So you have to decide, like, are you, and for me in business, this is the biggest, hands down, the most important thing is making a decision that you're going to do it. So if you decide that you're going to do it, and what we do is we make sure that we send out, we have scheduled messages that go out and say, I'm going live at this time. We put it in our cover photo. We advertise it everywhere. So if we don't show up, we're really letting people down. And the problem is when you set a schedule for yourself and you don't actually do it, your clients or your community may not know that you're showing up. They may not realize you didn't show up, but you know you didn't do it. So maybe you have a partner or a buddy that you have hold you accountable who's going to show up and be with you on that live video to share the screen time. Oh my gosh, totally. So, and this ties in so well to what we were talking about earlier. She said, have you tried going live just to chat and say, hey, I'm here cleaning my house instead of doing it for sales? It helped me ease into it. 1,000,000%. And so, that's like something not only to help you ease into it, but I would say that's something that is good for doing what I was saying at the beginning, like showing them what's happening behind the scenes, right? And there are things like dishes. You can totally set up a tripod on your counter while you're doing the dishes. While you're folding laundry. We have some clients who go live in their closet all the time while they're folding laundry. Totally possible. So yeah, that is an awesome idea. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. Yes. And then just talk to yourself, whatever. But so that's one of the things that we share in Camera Confidence is give yourself something else to do while you're live, like putting your makeup on, because it makes you more relaxed. It makes you more human. You can't, and this is a trick that I learned when I was working as a professional actor, because you can't, you're not as worried about what you're saying or focused on like, oh my gosh, I have to be perfect. If you're actually doing something else physical, like that piece, that nervous thing like disappears because you're focused on something else. And so it allows you to not put so much focus on the fact that you're live. Okay. Yes. I cook with my ladies on Tuesdays. They love it when we try a new recipe. Totally good. Yeah. The cooking thing has been huge for a lot of our clients. Anne, and I love it so much. You guys, it's so cool because Anne and I met in Omaha, and then we got to have a call after Omaha. It was so fun. I would love to become friends and you can hop on each other's lives. Totally. Yes. Connect. I love it. Hooray. Anne says on her first few lives, she made her mom come on and chat with her. Totally. And nobody even needs to know it's your mom, or they tell them it's your mom. And then that makes you human as well. Right? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, and look, by the end of this video, now I'm like full face, ready to go. Oh my gosh. Do I still have lipstick on my teeth? I'm like really nervous about that. I'll check it out later. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much. Just to kind of do a little recap. Actually, let's do an official speedy recap, and then we can post this other places. So this is another thing that I love to do because it allows you to take one video and turn it into a bajillion, and you're still able to be platform specific, which is really, really cool. So we're going to do this right now. I'm going to do a video right now sharing the tips that we shared throughout this, right? I didn't actually write all the tips down because we were having more of a conversation. So hopefully I will remember them. But either way, it's going to be fun. Okay, so we're going to say balance and biz. I'm going to put that on the screen right there. Do you see it? Oh, it's set as a crawler. Let me see if I can change it. I can't change it now. So hide this. Watch. Make it a title. You can change it right there. What? That is super cool. Okay, I'm actually going to bring that up partway through it. This is why I love BeLive TV. Okay, are you ready? This is something that you can do with your cooking videos also. With it's harder with a sale, but with your value-based videos, it really works. Lisa, go live in 2 minutes. Yay, I'm so glad. Awesome. Okay, yes, so good. I love it. All right, here we go. I'm going to do this little speedy recap right now. Dun, dun, dun. So let's go. Ready? I always get nervous when I'm doing like pre-recorded things, even though you're here with me. Okay. I get asked all the time, how the heck do you run a multiple six-figure business with two little kids while you're traveling, speaking, going to conferences, showing up live so often? How do you do it without losing your mind? And I get asked about this idea of balance and business. Is it actually possible? Well, today on our Monetize Your Live show, I shared several tips so that you can find balance in your business. And a lot of it has to do with structure that you're going to have behind the scenes. So I'm going to give you the tips that we shared over on Twitch right now here on YouTube. Okay. And then I'm going to say, then what we're going to do is we're going to edit that part out. And then I'm going to say, then that's going to be for our YouTube video. Then I'm going to take this other little clip and I'm going to put this on LinkedIn. So I'm going to say, and I'm going to show you these tips right here on LinkedIn. And then we cut to a little dancey thing right there. Okay. I clap so that Vaughn can find where we are. All right. Yay. So awesome, Damari. So good to see you. You're here for the speedy recap. I love it. So I love the speedy recap because it not only provides us a way to do content other places, but it gives us the opportunity that when people join live, they get to catch up on everything, right? Yeah, Tammy says, OMG, I love it. Behind the scenes, so brilliant. And then the other thing is this is another tip about balance, because I used to go and pre-record a video, but honestly, doing pre-recorded videos is like the bane of my existence because I feel like I'm wasting time, even though I know I'm not, because I'm going to use the video other places. But when I know that you're here with me while I'm doing a live video, I feel like I am being super productive. So really, it's just about like tricking yourself. Okay. Whoa. Holy smokes. Sorry, Vaughn. You have all of this extra stuff in between. Look at I love my coffee cup so much. We broke one of them, but luckily I bought two when I got it. And can you see what it says? Speak your kind. I know some of you are in the Mall Stars also. And just a reminder, our Instagram training today got postponed till Tuesday because our Instagram expert had to take her kiddo to the doctor. So we're going to do it on Tuesday. Okay, ready? All right. So how do you find balance with your business and your life? And is it even possible? So I'm going to say right now, I don't know if it's actually possible, but there are definitely strategies that you can use to be able to feel like more of a human. And honestly, there was a good year of my life when I did not feel human. I was totally burnt out. I was super tired. I was working till like 2 a.m. every day. I had no boundaries. It was a ridiculous time. It was an awesome time because our business grew a lot during that time, but I've realized that that is not the way to actually be able to sustain business growth. So we've made major changes and I'm going to share them with you right now. The first one is take your community behind the scenes. So if you are trying to appear perfect and put together and exactly on time and everything is perfect at all times, you're going to crack, like for reals. So I love to do videos without any makeup on while I'm putting my makeup on. I love to do videos where things are kind of sloppy, kind of messy on purpose, intentionally. I love to share that, hey, like in our 5-day challenge, one of the emails said, we'll be live right around 9 a.m. I may be a few minutes late because I have little kiddos at home and I may have a Cheerio in my hair. So I use it not in a way to be like, oh, feel sorry for me because I have to do all this stuff to get my kids ready for school. I do it in a way where it's like fun and it makes it part of my brand. We do the same thing with spelling mistakes. I purposely spell things wrong in a lot of my trainings when I'm talking so that I can say, if you find grammatical errors or spelling mistakes other places, it's going to be okay. For me, this is really about allowing yourself to release the need to be perfect and really develop that human one-on-one connection, which will allow you to have more balance in your life. You'll be more human in everything that you do because you won't be so stressed out about being perfect. First tip. Second tip is give yourself some systems. When it comes to going live, we had so many people today on our show over on Twitch that shared that they don't end up going live because they feel that they need to clean their house a little bit more. Maybe they need to polish their silver. Maybe all of a sudden, every mirror in the house needs to be cleaned before I go live. No, if you use systems that allow you to go live quickly, like BeLive TV, which is the tool that I'm using right now, which I love so much, it allows you to do things like this. Right? So you can actually prepare an agenda ahead of time. You can set up a pre-scheduled Facebook Live ahead of time. We have so many systems, not only about going live, but also just everything that we do in our business that allow us to be able to show up and get things done efficiently and quickly so that then we can turn off and have more time with our families, more time with our friends, more time with ourselves, right? Here's another little tip about the calendar is you want to make sure that you're putting big rocks in first. And we talked about this just a little bit over on Twitch. Today, I'm going to give you right now a little bit more actually. So the big rocks need to go in first. That means family for me goes in first. You have to know what your number one priority is. If you have priorities, you don't have any priorities, right? Priorities are not a thing. It's your priority. What's number one? For me, it's the family stuff goes in the calendar first. Then after that, and actually, maybe I should switch this, but self-care needs to go in your calendar. I have a giant block of time every single Wednesday that says, do not book anything. I do my video for BeLive. I follow up. I have a meeting with my team, and then I do not book anything. That's the day that I use so that I can go get my hair colored. I can go to get a massage. I can go to the grocery store. I have Wednesday afternoons. Every single Wednesday afternoon, I have it blocked off so that I can actually be a human being. And I love, Michael Hyatt actually said, he put his priorities in action, and his priorities, this is a long time ago, but his priorities were, the first thing for Michael Hyatt was actually God. So he put his spiritual connection above everything else. Then his second priority was himself, not his family, himself, because he recognized if he didn't take care of himself, he would not be able to be there for his family. And the third thing on his list of importance was then his family. And he was like, I may get flack for not putting my family first, but really I know if I don't, it's like that oxygen mask thing. If you don't take care of yourself first, you cannot take care of anyone else. So really good, really, really, really good. Okay. So we've talked about letting yourself release the need to be perfect. We've talked about setting systems in place, right? Like an agenda, pre-scheduled videos. There's so many other systems we can talk about, but make sure you have systems in place so that you're able to show up and do things efficiently and in a quick, awesome manner, right? The third thing is make sure that you get your big rocks in first. If you don't have your big rocks in first, it becomes really difficult to actually set those boundaries. And then I'm going to give you one last little twist of a tip. We talked about things like cruise ships. So for me, a cruise ship is an awesome way to set a boundary because I personally have a hard time with setting on and off work time. Like I'm much better at it than I used to be. But, if I have normal working hours, if you set actual working hours because you're actually building a business, you actually have a business, you are not just a person who is like a slave to every other thing in your work. This is your business, which is set here to allow you to have freedom. Set working hours, turn your dang phone off, be with the humans that are in your life. And for me, one of the best ways to do that is to book a cruise because Wi-Fi is really bad on cruise ships. So you actually can't be as consistent as well, not even be as consistent. You can't actually be on call all the time, right? It allows you to actually take time off, pull away, set your phone down, turn things off, communicate with your community, communicate with your clients, let them know, hey, I'm taking this time off, and then actually take it, right? You have to recognize that in order for you to be able to serve your clients, your community, the best that you can, you have to prioritize being a human first. Yeah. And if this is difficult for you, work with somebody to help you do it. So this is something we talk about a lot in our GLAM program. If you're interested in our GLAM program, I will post a link in the description of this video. If you're watching this live right now, because we are actually live while I'm recording this, if you're watching this live on Twitch, comment below with the word GLAM and I will get in touch with you about that. But really, it's one of the things that we talk about in our GLAM program is you cannot be focused on revenue, visibility, systems, and impact, which are our main pillars, without making sure that you're a human first. You have to make sure that you're taking care of who you are in your life if you want to actually build a business that you can sustain. Yeah. All right. So today I challenge you, go look at your calendar. And when you look at your calendar, if you have no space for yourself and you can't add it in, go like 3 weeks out and start blocking it off on a recurring basis. This is a tip that I got from my friend Diane Halfman. And I was so grateful for this tip because I couldn't find the space in my calendar to set aside time for me, but I went ahead 3 weeks out and the space was there on the calendar. So I started setting recurring tasks on my calendar for me as a human being. Yeah. Okay. I hope this is valuable for you and keep an eye out because we are bringing loads of these little speedy recaps that are coming from our videos over on Facebook, our videos over on Twitch. I love being able to bring these speedy recaps here to you on YouTube, here to you on LinkedIn. Okay, super fun. All right, that is it. Maybe I should do one more little ending. I don't know. I kind of went longer than that. Wasn't all that speedy, but that was more information than I had shared earlier. So I'm going to add one last little clip here. Go out, unlock your inner awesome, and elevate it so that you can put more you into your marketing, put more you into the world, attract a flood of leads who want to throw a credit card at your face, and you can change the world. Bye. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here with me while we did this. Ooh, Tammy, custom coffee cups. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I'm going to go grab something that I want to show you really quick. Hold on. One of our awesome clients sent me this coffee cup, and I was supposed to do a video about it like, I don't know how long ago, a while ago. But Tammy, send me information about your custom coffee cups. But I couldn't find, I had it saved in a box because I was going to do an unboxing of it, and then I couldn't find it. And then I realized that our awesome housekeeper had opened it. It was sitting on my shelf. But look at how cute this is. It says Molly Mahoney, the prepared performer, and it has all of these fun photos on it. It has a lot of photos of my face, but it also has photos of my kiddos. It has all photos of me. This is my tired face after a show once. Look, it has other photos of my family. So cute, right? I love it. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Awesome. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us here on Twitch. We are here on Fridays at 9 a.m. You will get a notification from our BeLive bot if you are signed up over there. That's over on Facebook. And don't forget, if you want a free trial of BeLive TV, comment below with the exclamation point and the word BeLive, and our bot here on Twitch will actually pop that link up for you. And if you have questions about Twitch, you want to learn more about it, make sure that you join us on our Discord channel, which is a way to be able, it's kind of like a Slack channel. You can join us over there. It's really fun. And go over there and grab it. So cool. Okay. I love being here with you. I will see you on Wednesday at 9 a.m. over at our Facebook page for BeLive TV. Have an amazing day. And for those of you that are here live right now, happy and International Women's Day. I'm so, so, so grateful for you and the amazing women that we have.